Good news! You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 541, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. I've been in contact with Dr. Gilbert, and I think he's going to give you guys updates on Success Hotline. You're going to get your fill of Vol State for the next 10 or 11 days, but I certainly appreciate all your support. The calls will be posted later than usual starting Thursday. I will most likely be doing them in the morning, which is after morning check-in. That's 7:30 Central Time. So those of you on the East Coast, that's 8:30 a.m. Also, it'll be from my phone. This one is from the computer in the hotel, but the ones from my phone won't have as great quality, and you may hear traffic going by. I have to do these as quickly as possible. Thursday, there won't be any miles to report, but I want to report to you that I made it up the stairs and can also give you an idea of the weather. That's going to be the most important factor. What's funny is that 90% of the people in the race talk about the weather, or should I say they complain about it. And yet it's one of the things we have no control over. We just have to prepare for all conditions and be ready to address them. On the trip here, though, I realized that everything in our lives requires relationship management and mastery. There was a distinct relationship with my training and my gear. The fact that they are inanimate objects as far as the gear is concerned, and a concept when it's talking about training, makes it harder to grasp and work with. But they are just as important as human relationships. Remember how I told you I was bored with my route? This happens in human relationships too. I could have quit, and sometimes people do that in human interactions. But instead, I found a route that was more intriguing, and it just kept me moving forward. It may not have met all the requirements, such as hills, but it kept me going and I was no longer bored. That's what we have to do with each other. If we're bored, it's our responsibility to find ways to not quit and to find a way to stimulate interest. We shouldn't sit back and wait for others to do it for us. After all, that may never happen. There's also been a relationship with the rest of my life, much of which has had to be put on the back burner or limited in the amount of time I put into it while I was training. This happens in real life too. We have to have balance or an understanding that this is just temporary. Otherwise, the other person in the relationship may say bye as well. I've also continued to have a relationship with last year's race. This has been the hardest to deal with. It's a year later, I'm a year older, and I don't just mean chronologically. I haven't let go of last year's race, and that's a problem. But I didn't realize it until I was driving here and had plenty of time to think. I have to try between now and race start to put last year's race in the past and enter this one completely unencumbered by the events of a year ago. Take a look at your life and see the unusual relationships you're in and ask yourself if there's a different way to handle them. Have a diamond day, everybody.